Aim assist scripts for Unreal Engine has been updated. Due to releasing multiple versions in a short duration, I've summarized the content here for versions 1.3 to 1.6. The Aim Assist local player subsystem now exposes all aim assists, not just the Magic Bullet component. To avoid synchronization issues between components, it can be queried if it's initialized, as in not the regular subsystem init, but whether it has collected all the aim assists that are present on your player controller. It also fires an event when this initialization was successful, so you can connect some logic to it. In this example, I use this to subscribe to the aim assist components target found and lost events to thin the example colliders for the multi-target resolution, which I will show you next. Multiple target resolution is now added to the plugin. Instead of always early exiting with the first found target, the target selector collects all unique targets, and you can configure how you want that to be reduced to a single one. The practice range has some mannequins standing close to each other, and their hitboxes highlight when they are the selected target. You have 4 options to do so. First, to find the legacy option, you get the first target in line that the selector has found. Closest to player returns the target whose actor is closest to the player. We use the actor and not a component because when you have multiple components on the same actor, like a hand and body hitbox, whichever is closest to the player changes during animation, and as a result you would get an annoying change back and forth between the two. Closest to crosshair, return the target that is closest to the crosshair. The location considered is the target component location. Note that in version 1.5 I was using the impact point as the location to consider, but it resulted in twitching back and forth, so in a quick fix in version 1.6 I settled for the slightly less accurate, but more consistent target component location matching. Average of the actor closest to the player, return the closest of its hitboxes, if there are multiple, but set the location to assist against to be the average of the hitbox locations. Aim lock and aim compensator. You can now choose to stick to the previous target until it's lost or not in the new batch of targets. This prevents juggling back and forth between targets when your screen is crowded. Version 1.4 only contained a small bug fix. You should be able to disable the aim assist reticles in development or debug mode too by having the components not create a widget. See the create reticle for each aim assist under aim assist visuals that has a target selector. Select this in the editor. Version 1.5 was about developer convenience and long-distance aim support as well as minor fixes. Friction now uses the accurate reticle radius at target distance. The aim assist reticle is no longer dependent on screen resolution, and it compensates for DPI scaling, so it should show the accurate edge of the target selector. Added a visual debugger. For the cone selector, show the actual line traces that make it up, tinting the missed lines red and the ones that found the target green. This can help you speed up figuring out any target selection related issue or configuration. For the sphere selector, a circle is swept along the scene with the same color annotations as the cone. Note that if you have multiple concentric spheres shot, you will see these stacked within each other, as well as a center line that is always shot. In the practice range, tap the middle mouse button or the left analog stick to toggle this. First tap activates it and the second one hides it. As for supporting long distance aim, for the cone selector, if a target is already found, a calculation is made whether it's still within the cone, and if so, tests with a line trace if it's not obstructed by the map. If this test passes, the target is considered to be within the found batch of targets, even if the regular lines of the cone wouldn't find it. This makes cone selection over distance much more consistent without needing to bump up the cone density to a crazy number. For both the sphere and cone selector, the reticle can be scaled based on distance using a curve that can be set by your designer. In this example, I constricted the cone selector by a small margin after 10 meters and expanded the sphere selector by a small margin after 10 meters. To use this without turning your editor into a mess, you can convert the unit of the curve's time axis using a property that you configure for the aim assist component. In the practice range, I used 1000 Unreal units, that is 10 meters, to be equal to 1 unit on the curve. So this particular curve means that after 10 meters you start scaling down with a set slope and then you top out and keep that consistent. To test this out, there's a new section of the practice range where the distance is marked. That's all for the last couple of updates. Thanks for your attention and good luck on your games.